Hello everybody, my name is Lauren if you're new to my channel.
And I'm Cristina.
This is my wife Cristina. We realized we never like say our names or anything.
So she does a lot of material over pregnancies, organizing, just kind of like she wants to do, her channel's more about daily vlogging and organizing. And just for us to have a history of like us when we're younger to look back on.
This is Pregnancy Brain. To summarize my channel, I have an entire playlist of TTC videos that we created because it was extremely hard to find videos for same-sex couples when we were trying to conceive through IUI, both at home and in the clinic. So I have an entire playlist of that kind of kick-started my channel back up. And so we've been filming pregnancy-related videos, organization, house stuff, pretty much any home-related things that have inspired me, I post on here. So thanks for checking it out, guys, and let's jump into the pregnancy update.
Hello to the people. It's about this bean here.
It's been a hot minute since Cristina was in a pregnancy update video.
We just did our nightly evening walk. Little Bean can come anytime now. How many weeks are you? 30?
So 33 and a half weeks.
Whoa, I thought you were not that far along yet. I just knew the babies could be coming anytime now. So she can come possibly in 3 weeks, but it is the first baby, so possibly carry later, which May 8th, this is the supposed due date. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the world today, so have a few worries. One of the biggest ones is, you know, having the partner be able to be in the facility with your spouse while they're giving birth. Once you're there, some places they won't let you leave for the longevity of y'all staying there.
Which our hospital that we're delivering at hasn't come out with anything official yet, but I have an appointment on April 3rd, and at that appointment we'll probably talk to a midwife just to see, like, from what she knows, what the likelihood is. Luckily, I think because it's a military hospital and Cristina and I are both active duty, I'm thinking we won't have an issue for those reasons, but you know, you never know. So things could get a lot worse where they're just like on complete lockdown, or things could be okay still. I think that's probably our number one what if stressor right now.
Yeah, the birth plan's still the same. None of that's changed as far as she wants to go unmedicated and do the hypnobirthing and try to be as natural as possible, which lots of people have that want and stuff, and sometimes circumstances come up where, you know, that's not what works out, which she is aware of and knows that she wants just a healthy baby. So we're hoping that if it clears up by May 8th, which probably not, we did have doulas that were like volunteer from, what was the hospital?
They're students at Johns Hopkins.
Yeah, so you fill out like a request. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but you fill out like a request, a referral, and then if they're interested or people that have openings in the time frame that you're due, they'll volunteer for it. So we had 2 people volunteer.
I don't know if they'll be able to come or not. It just depends. Like, a lot of military bases are at a certain security level where visitors aren't allowed. We can move on to a happier topic.
Yeah, we're being real. We're talking about our concerns, different things. But I'm excited. I would say that right whenever we started doing these walks on a more regular basis, maybe a couple weeks ago, Lauren wakes me up at like 1:30 in the morning, and she had already been having Braxton Hicks or whatever for a while. And before she woke me up, and I sleep with, listen folks, I sleep with an eye mask, some earplugs, and we have white noise machine. So I'm dead to the world, and I feel this, and I'm like, and she's like,
I was being so gentle at first, and she was not waking up, and so I was just like, oh my god. So I'm like shoving her, trying to get to wake her
knocks
up.
my face mask off. I'm like, what? And then she's like, I think I'm having contractions. And this whole time I've been like, yeah, I'm ready. I just can't wait to meet her. Like, people are like, are you worried? Do you have any concerns? I'm like, no, I'm just ready to meet her. Like, I'm sure I'll lose sleep and like it'll be tough, but like I'm just excited. That's all I have really felt is excitement.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to hold her and bond with her. And then that happened, and like I was freaking out, and I was like, I was like, we're not ready. I was like, the nursery's not ready. Our bags aren't packed. I was like, you can't go into labor yet, which I know it doesn't happen immediately, but I was like, and it was, I think, right after the baby shower, like our baby shower here.
It was right before.
Before? Oh yeah, it was after, because Chelsea and them were in New York and they came back.
Oh yeah.
It was like the day after the baby shower here, so we had still everything kind of all over the place from that. And we still had another one to go to in Iowa, which we'll get to that being canceled. Anyways, wake up at 1:30 in the morning with all this, and I'm like, we're not ready! And I was like freaking out and stuff, and she calls labor and delivery. They basically said because
I had Braxton Hicks before, but never regularly, and so I was waking up and I wasn't having pain with the contractions, but what was really weird is that with every single one I was getting super nauseous. And I've never heard anyone talking about getting nausea when they're having Braxton Hicks, so I called and she had me take Tylenol, drink a liter of water, which I downed that this size water bottle. I downed it in 5 minutes. Elevate my legs, and she said if the contractions didn't go away in an hour, to call her back. I'm assuming she'd have me come in, but they went away after like 45 minutes of doing that. So we don't know if it was a warm day. We don't know if I was just too active and didn't drink enough water or what happened, but I was having contractions every 4 minutes lasting for like 30 to 40 seconds. And it wasn't scary to me, but it was very nerve-wracking because I don't know, never felt it before. I was like, am I in labor right now? Like, it was a little nerve-wracking, but luckily that went away, and I haven't had that happen since. I've been really, I've always done a baseline of 2 liters of water, but now I'm up to 3, and the last 3 days I've had 4 liters, so.
Yeah, I was definitely freaking out, and I was definitely not prepared for that, which is not how the spouse supposedly is supposed to be, and I was like, we're not ready, but since then, we've packed all our bags, actually last night or the night before, and a lot more prepared now, so I'm back to being...
Are you calm and collected now?
Yeah, I'm back to being excited. Her mother-in-law was supposed to be coming up for the baby, which
is... My mom? Your mother-in-law?
Yeah, that's what I meant. She's supposed to be coming up around May 5th for like 3 weeks to kind of help out, prep, and stay here with the dogs while we're at the hospital and just help after and stuff and meet her. But that's still kind of all up in there depending on how all this escalates and how bad it gets and stuff like that.
I have a lot of good footage to upload a baby shower video. I forgot I had that. I'll definitely work on that. It was really adorable, and our hostesses were amazing.
It was the cutest baby shower ever.
So cute, and they just like exceeded all of our expectations, and everyone that came was so sweet and gifted us, like, we're so much more generous than I expected they would be. I mean, not that I think that they aren't thoughtful, but I don't know, I was just blown away by how well the shower went and how sweet everyone was. And it was just, I'm very glad we had one here with our friends, because we did have to cancel our flight to Iowa last week.
So today's...
Yeah, we were supposed to go last Tuesday.
Yeah, we were actually supposed to be coming back tonight at midnight.
Yeah, and because of all this, we're in the military. The military put a travel ban on their members, so we had to cancel our flights, and therefore our shower with all of my family and her family was driving up. So we were very bummed about that. I mean, it sucks. The whole situation, everything going on sucks. Like, there's nothing more to say than that. So, but I am very glad that we had that shower here, because it was very special, and I would have been really sad to not have that experience. So.
Yeah, it would have been unfortunate, which, I mean, probably lots of people out there have missed out on weddings and showers and even births and stuff, things that like are concerning us for the future. Yeah. So we are very fortunate for that, and sad we didn't get to see a lot of our closer family, which her mom did get to like come last minute to come up for that. So it was really special that her mom was actually here. But being our first baby and everything and sharing this experience definitely was special to be able to at least have one of the baby showers.
Yeah.
I'd say symptom wise, I haven't really noticed much about the 3rd trimester. So you don't say this out loud, but we're just, you know, open with each other. But Lauren has gained weight, I guess, in the face. But we've only noticed it in the camera, like when I film and I'm like behind the camera, like, man, I was like, you can really tell the weight gain behind the camera, but in person I don't see it. Like even when you like move the camera, it's like night and day. But
yeah, and when I get like wash my face in the morning and stuff, I don't notice. And then like we went hiking and took pictures, and like, I don't know, I'm like, don't show me. I'm like, I'm not gonna like it. Like
she's still beautiful, but she, like, the weight gain, like she's seeing it more, like her face is fuller.
Am I like a double chin 24/7? I've never had that, so I'm just like, ah! And I know it's probably like water retention is completely normal.
This isn't a negative thing, so don't think I go around insulting her weight and be like, you're too big, you need to start walking some more. We've walked for her sciatica because that kicked in pretty high gear, probably from the last update, but
yeah, I think it's gotten
a lot better.
Then.
We were stretching a lot. Because it was getting so bad, we started going to the gym probably a month ago or so, and we were stretching a lot and helping her with that, because I have very bad sciatica from my disc in my back. So I was trying to help her with stretches and stuff, which they were hit or miss if they were going to work with the belly in the way.
A lot of the moves, I was like, yeah, no.
So that was helping, and then we just kind of started walking on the treadmill there. We weren't lifting as much, just trying to be active, and then just got to the point where we're just walking the neighborhoods and trails by our house with limited people around.
Yeah, it's crazy because like we were walking at like a slug pace the first 3-4 weeks.
You're waddling.
And probably this last week, I'd say, for sure, like the sciatica has like disappeared. I don't know if it's because the baby is growing and so like is positioned differently and not on my nerves. You made me lose my track of mind, Linda. I forgot to say.
You said you were waddling.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I said you were waddling. You said you were walking in a sloth pace or something.
Oh yeah, so until this last week, my sciatica has disappeared this week. So like we just took a walk tonight and it ended so quickly. I was like, wait, how are we around the circle already? And
this is the fastest that she's walked. Like normally I'm in front of her and I'm like a dog on a leash that I keep getting yanked back by my collar because I
literally pull on her shirt. I'm like, you need to slow down.
I feel like Ollie because that's what we have to do to him and make him sit and I have to wait for her to catch up.
It feels nice to not be in pain.
Oh, but we made Sean Johnson's famous pumpkin bread. Well, we were shoving it down our throats and then we were like, all right, we definitely have to make sure we do our walk tonight because we got to burn those calories or at least a bite of them. Yeah, she was like, this isn't a recipe for like health. She was like, this is for your soul.
Yep.
Filled out a little.
Which I have no idea how much weight I've gained because I haven't been able to go to the gym because it's been closed.
Well, her clothes get tighter and shirts get shorter and shorter on the belly curve. So
all of my pajama shirts are like up to here.
She definitely can't put her shoes and socks on, so I'm having to do that now. We do need to put the car seats in the cars.
Yeah, we're probably
the
do
bases soon.
I feel like after 34 weeks. I don't know why. I just like I always have like these milestones. Yeah, like 30 weeks was the one where I'm like, when you hear someone's over 30 weeks, you're like, dang, you're like close or like you're big. That was one, and then 34 weeks because I feel like that's like I don't know.
In 4 days.
The end. What? Yeah.
In 4 days.
I'm in the end stretch in 4 days. I don't know. The biggest thing is that honestly I don't really have that many symptoms. And this trimester is pretty easy. I'm not super energetic like I was the second trimester. I feel like my normal self, like my pre-pregnancy self. Like I'll get a burst of energy and then I'll want to hang out on the couch for a while.
I'd say she was having a sweet tooth for a while. She hasn't had like a lot of cravings this whole pregnancy or anything like that. She just loves food, period. And she's a big sweets eater in general, but she's been very aware of the things that she's eating because she doesn't want to like double the weight, and she knows that you're only supposed to eat for one and not for two and all these other things. Do what you want when you're pregnant. Don't listen to what anyone says. This is our journey, how we're doing it. Every day she was like wanting, she's like, I want ice cream, I want cookies, I want this. And it wasn't like once a day she was saying that. It was like every couple hours, like she'd have some ice cream. She'd be like, hey, I want another like pint of ice cream, or I want to make some cookies. And the next morning I'm like, okay, like this happened for a couple of days. I'm like, man, she must be having like a craving spurt. So I'm like, all right. But sugar can put on some pounds. So, and me, I know that because I don't have a baby to blame any of it on. And I was like, Suji, like maybe we should try like an alternative. Like maybe just have a nibble of this or something. She's like, and then she got like, Arr! She got all mad at me. And I was like, Suji, I'm just trying to do what you asked. That I'm just trying to make you more aware. Because I was like, every day, all day, you're asking for sugar and cookies and ice cream and syrup and whipped cream. And
honestly, I feel like that craving's always there. It's just this trimester I don't have any willpower. Like second trimester I still wanted those things, but I just told myself no. I'm like no, like I want to be healthy. This trimester I'm like, I don't care, give me everything.
And it's not like I was like, hey, you're fat, don't eat this or anything. I was just trying to be like, hey, Sweetie, like you've been really wanting this a lot lately, like maybe try this. And like you've been eating a bowl of cereal every single night.
Sugary cereal.
And then she cried because she got really upset with me. And I tried to approach it the best way, but she didn't want to hear no. And she wanted the sweets. But after the crying session, and I tried to say I was just trying to help. I haven't had a lot of sweets requests since then, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but...
Well, speaking of emotions, I think that's maybe one thing about this. I feel like I'm more irritable this trimester. I feel like we've been bickering a little bit more like the last week or so. But that's not really this trimester. That's
I
like
wouldn't.
The last week.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's because of that. I think it's because she got sent home also from work.
Oh, yeah.
Because of all this.
That's a huge life update. I'm not working, and I will not be working most likely until after maternity leave, which is like 5 months from now. So.
Yeah, so they sent her home maybe 2 weeks ago, so...
No, a week ago.
A week and a half ago.
A week ago.
Okay. For now, they cut her hours back to 8-hour shifts instead of 12 because of everything that's going on, and I still, like, mine's a mandatory job I still have to go in for. They sent her home and say you're at home indefinitely until after maternity leave, pretty much. That being the case, and talking about being irritable more lately, I think it's just we're having to learn a different routine than what, she comes home at this time on my off days and I have some alone time during the day. or whatever, but we're around each other 24/7 now because I'm only working part hours because I'm still on Panama's, which is 8 hours 2 days or 3 days a week and every other weekend. So we're around each other 10 times more, which I actually love, that I get to come home to her and she's not stressed out about work and she's happy and she wants to, like, we cook together and do house stuff, and she's in a lot better mood because she doesn't have work stress and she's getting to prep for what she wants. I knew I was
meant to stay at home.
I love it. I'm appreciative of it, but it is a new
dynamic.
Yeah, to learn, and also her just simply learning, like, what do I do at the house, because it's not like she can go anywhere either. So she's like, kind of has cabin fever. For anything that we have to go do, I'm having to do it, make sure I sanitize before I come back in to try to prevent her from being out. So I think this whole snippet of irritability is just from Corona and stress and her not having a job. So
started breaking out the last 2 weeks. Was not happy about that.
She's got leaky nipples.
I did tell him that in my last update.
They're more leaky.
Oh my god.
Also, she was real upset about this, but she's got her first stretch marks on her belly. I saw them like 3 nights ago. Yeah. And I was like, hey, sweetie.
The saddest part is I couldn't even see that.
I was like, hey, sweetie. I wish that's the reaction she would have had then, but she got really upset. She started crying. I felt bad because, I mean, everyone has them or gets them sometimes, and some people, you could be out to here and then just, whoop,
and I don't think there's any shame in it. It's just, it's hard. I don't think anyone's like, I want stretch marks. I'm not like, I hate stretch marks and I hope I don't get them. It just was a little sad to hear that's how my body was changing, so.
And she can't see it. She also couldn't see that, like, the whatever pigment line or whatever.
Linea nigra or whatever.
Yeah, so, like, we've always seen it up here, but then she took her pants off the other day. I'm like, hey, you know that goes, like, all the way down here? And she's like, no, it doesn't. She's like, I can't see. And she couldn't see around it. And she was, like, trying to look in the mirror because it goes all the way down. Like,
yeah. Like, I have to, like, hold my stomach up and, like, lean back just to see the stretch marks, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But, yeah, I have some down here, which it is what it is. It's fine. It's just, you know, I was thinking I might get away without them.
Cause I got some stretch marks on this fat ass, so I know what they feel like, them deep trenches. And, like, I touched it, and I was like, that's a stretch mark. I was like, sweetie, I think you have it. She's like, what? Where? And, like, she was like, take a picture. And, like, you could see the sadness, like, starting to come on her face that, like, it really could be a stretch mark. When I took the picture and showed her, she was like, and just, like, it, like, you just see the whole emotion on video.
Sorry, it cut us off. But she was just saying she could see my face fall as a...
We gotta wrap this up. We've been talking a lot.
Yeah, real quick, because my memory card's running empty.
I've just been excited to read to her, and she kicks all the time and moves and stuff.
Yeah,
and we did.
Christina's voice, like, the baby goes crazy. Like, whenever she hears it.
And sometimes I sing to her, which I'm a terrible singer, but I'll teach her rhythm. I'll at least be able to teach her how to dance, not be able to carry a tune, and that'll be her. I don't know, sometimes I cry and get all teary-eyed, and I'm super excited about it and get emotional, but I'm just ready for her to be here. I was super excited. There's a teddy bear up there that I was practicing swaddling with the swaddles, because I don't really know how to do that, but I'm not nervous about that. But we did practice swaddling a teddy bear, and then we practiced putting cloth diapers, and I was like, and she's like, we practiced that she got fed and burped her, and then I changed her diaper, and then, yeah, we were just being silly, but it was fun.
Was cute.
This will kind of be, we'll wrap this up because we obviously took too long to update y'all and have way too much to say. But I'm going to show you a book that one of my really good friends, Becca, and her wife, Molly, sent us. And so Lauren, she got in the mail today while I was at work, and when I came home, she's like, hey, like, as soon as I came in, she's like, I got this baby book, and she was like, I want to read it to her, but she's like, I read the first page, and I couldn't do it, like, I teared up, so she's like, I want to read it together, which normally I read the baby books to her, like, she'll, you know, lift her shirt up, or I'll just be like, hey, baby, I'm home, and sometimes I'll want to read her a book, and I try to before bed, too. She was like, hey, I want to read it. I was like, okay. She didn't get past page 2 before she started crying almost hysterically, so I was like, okay. She's like, I can't do it. So I read, and by the end of it, I was like all teared up and stuff too. But yeah. Super cute. We'll show it to y'all, and then we gotta wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bump shot while she's doing that. So, this is the bump from the side. Back up a little bit. And the other side. Looks pretty big. Belly button still hasn't like popped out all the way. It just kind of like sticks out. It's very odd. But yeah, that's the big baby bump right now. See, those are my stretch marks, guys.
You're coming in.
Made with love.
Alright, so this is the book that Becca and Molly got us, called Good Night, My Darling Dear. And it has the cutest little pictures and animations and stuff in it. They wrote us a sweet note in it as well. But it's so sweet. And the message and like all the like, just the story in it is so sweet. It's by Amy Cavalaris. This one I specifically liked because it talked about how much the mother loved the baby and like how much of a miracle and a blessing she was, and by the end like how much like she means to her and how much like we don't want to let you grow but we want to see what you become. It's so sweet. I'm gonna get teary-eyed again. I don't want to. So that's it. That's the book that I highly recommend for any moms, new moms, anyone that, no, I meant like to get for a new mom, to get for a baby, a new baby, or even kids already. It's such a sweet book.
Thank you guys for watching this pregnancy update. We'll be back with you soon. As you have probably noticed, I've been uploading every single day.
That Rona is real.
Yeah.
Coronavirus! This shit is real! She hates when I say that. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Hit like, subscribe. This is Lauren and Christina. We'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!